What's going on, people? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to your daily transfer show, your one-stop shop for all the latest transfer news surrounding Chelsea Football Club. Plenty to delve into in this video. As always, we're going to be talking about Everton potentially coming in with a double swoop for two of our players. We're going to be talking about Hudson-Odoi and rumours surrounding him with an exit from Chelsea Football Club. Also going to be talking about Armando Broja and recent interest from Real Madrid as they've inquired about the availability of our striker. We're going to be discussing Barcelona yet again and that Alonso and Azpilicueta situation that has been dragging throughout the summer. And we're going to round things off with Timo Werner news and with the idea that Thomas Tuchel could potentially be keeping Werner for the new season. So let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. We're aiming for 500 likes in this video. We just missed the target on yesterday's video. So guys, run up the likes if you haven't done so already. Literally, just press that one button right now. It'll be one thing to make it a very happy day for everyone here on Chelsea Fan TV. Pushes up the video so more Chelsea fans like yourself can see the content. That helps the channel out, maybe helps a few Chelsea fans out, helps us out, and you're doing a good deed. So guys, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell notification button as well to be the first to know whenever we release any new content on this channel. And let's just go straight into it. We're going to start off at Merseyside, and we're going to go to the Everton situation where not only are they going in for Ross Barkley, they could potentially be looking to take Billy Gilmour on loan as well. Now, we spoke yesterday on the video about Ross Barkley and a move away to Everton, and he had unarchived a lot of his posts about his time at Everton on Instagram, which had only just come out yesterday. As soon as the news dropped about a potential move back to Everton, all of his old Instagram posts were unarchived. So that's a little thing to show that there is talks between the two clubs, and it's continued to build on as the day progressed. Ross Barkley is now waiting for the go-ahead from the club, from the manager and the director of football, and the player side is pushing this. Bill Kenwright is not so keen, and as for Mashiri, which is the two Everton owners, he isn't really as interested either. But it's still only seen as a matter of time, as the manager's keen on it, the director of football's keen on it, Chelsea are keen to get rid of the player as well, and Ross Barkley is looking for a move out too. He needs more game time. His time at Chelsea has basically come and passed, and I think he's seen the peak of his time here, and in terms of game time, in terms of importance to the squad, it only continues to drop, and he isn't going to be getting a new contract, especially seeing as he's on 100k a week. So it's better for him to go and to find the new club and to be settled. Then for him, it might basically mean going back to your old club in Everton. Now, he's going to have a lot to do in terms of rebuilding his stock with the Everton fans, because he left on a really sour note, pushing the transfer to Chelsea back 6 months so he could get his transfer fee lowered and increasing his wages as a result of it. Not the best way to leave your boyhood club, but I guess if the performances are good at Everton, they'll forgive you. Like, it's been a struggle over there the last few years. But Ross Barkley to Everton is looking closer and closer, and Billy Gilmour is now looking like a potential as well on a loan deal. Now, it's been told by journalist Paul Brown that Everton could make a move for Chelsea youngster Billy Gilmour this summer. The Toffees could swoop for the Scotland international before the end of the window, with those at Stamford Bridge said to be likely to sanction a loan departure. Now, Chelsea would ideally want to send him out on loan for the season, but it was brought to our knowledge a month or two ago that Billy Gilmour wasn't interested in another loan spell. He had a really bad loan spell at Norwich. I don't want to say that he failed there, but it was just completely the wrong fit for him. He needed to be in a team that could control the ball and also control possession and dominate games, whereas Norwich were a team that would aim to play in that way but just did not have the quality to be able to do it. So Billy Gilmour didn't get the chance to showcase his true qualities. Now, I don't blame him for not wanting a loan spell. And for me, right now, he's the only replacement that we have to Jorginho. So I wouldn't necessarily want to get rid of him for the season either. But we haven't seen him play in pre-season. He's been with the under-23s. There's been talks about Billy Gilmour's future throughout the summer, so it has looked very uncertain. So it looks a bit more like it could be a permanent move if he does leave. Because from all we've heard is that he doesn't want to go out on loan. The only thing I will say is I could imagine him making an exception for Everton because Frank Lampard's there. Frank Lampard's the one that gave him his break at Chelsea. He had his best football under him towards the end of the 1920 season. So he could go to Everton and be confident that Lampard would know how to utilise him in the best assets to get the best out of the player and to help him develop. Lampard as well, with his connection with Chelsea, he isn't going to bring in a lone player from our club and just waste him for a year. He's going to bring a player that he thinks he can get the best out of and send back as a much better player. So, for me, Billy Gilmour, if he's going on loan to Everton, I would rather keep him at Chelsea. But Everton does seem like a very comfortable move for him, and it does seem like a move that could get the best out of him. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Ross Barkley, you already know. Just go. But it is what it is. We're going to talk about Hudson-Odoi just for a second because I'm not too sure about the legitimacy of this source, but Rahman Osman said Hudson-Odoi is likely to leave Chelsea this summer. Interest is currently quite minimal and he's not high on the list of players Tuchel is counting on for next season. We did hear links about Brighton having some interest with him, but other than that, interest has been quite minimal for him, and it's been very surprising, but I do think the wages play a factor in that. And it's probably a reason why we haven't been able to find a club to loan him to for the last few years, really. Because I've been literally screaming Hudson-Odoi needs a loan spell. So I'm not too surprised that there's minimal interest for him. But we have to find a club for him. I like Hudson-Odoi. I do still think that there's hope for him. But I think the time is getting much more shorter for him. And he needs to go on loan. He needs a regular season of game time. And he just isn't going to get that at Chelsea. So I hope a club comes in for him, and I hope we don't hold him back like we did when Dortmund came in for him last season because we need wing-back depth, even though we do still need wing-back depth. But we'll have to play this one by ear. I wouldn't be surprised if Hudson-Odoi is still here next at the end of the transfer window. I don't know if it'll be the best for his development, but it's the same story as the last few years, so I'm not too surprised. Moving on to Armando Broja. And Real Madrid have inquired about the availability of the Chelsea striker, which completely came out of the blue. I know Real Madrid are looking for a striker to compete with Benzema. I think Luka Jovic went to, Fiorentina at the end of the season, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's very surprising that they're coming in for Armando Broja. And it does probably speak real volumes about the quality of the player. But it's still very unrealistic. Fabrizio Romano also reported saying Chelsea are still not accepting any official bid for Armando Broja as of now. Tuchel insists in keeping the player and he's not happy with a potential permanent transfer after West Ham's 30 million proposal was rejected 10 days ago. More talks on Chelsea's side will take place soon. Now, if Real Madrid came in, I would not be surprised if Broja wanted to move. But I thought the general consensus surrounding Armando Broja was that he wanted more game time and that he wanted to feel wanted. And if you want that, you're not going to leave Chelsea, whose front line is Havertz, Werner and Batshuayi, where you 100% will get game time and opportunities over them three, to go to Real Madrid, where you're dealing with one Benzema. And you're not going to be prioritised over him. Or they might even put Eden Hazard in the middle or something like that because they would rather go with someone with experience over a striker with 1 year of experience at the top flight. So, interest I could understand, but I think it's only just interest. I don't expect there to be too much in this. I don't expect Chelsea to sell either. I've already said even with West Ham, with Everton, Broja's not going anywhere. He is 100% not going anywhere, especially not permanently. And he's going to have to suck it up and just deal with that. And hopefully he doesn't make a big fuss about it, because if he keeps his head down and focuses on his football, there's no reason why he shouldn't be starting for us. Same way with any of our other frontline players, because the bar for success is so low. It is so low that you don't have to do that much to really shine compared to other attackers. So I don't expect too much in this situation. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, as always. Moving on to Alonso and Azpi, and Diario Sport have reported saying Barcelona do not intend to pay more than 10 to 15 million euros for Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso combined. Now, you'll hear that and initially think, these lot just constantly take the mick out of us. I had to stop myself from swearing there. Sammy, like, I'm learning, so a little positive. But yeah, you look at that, and the first thing that comes to your head is you're thinking they're taking the mick out of us. But really and truly, it's not that deep. Like, Azpi is worth 7 million to Chelsea, and they just want the money that they spent on him back in 2012. And that's fine. Now, if any club came up to me and said Marcos Alonso for 7 million, I'm taking it. I'm 100% taking it. The only thing that's holding me back right now is that we still need wing-back depth. So can we let them both go without any other options coming in? Not so sure about it. But if they came in for that price tag, let's say 50 million euros for the pair of them, 7.5 million each, not the worst deal. Not the worst deal. If Chelsea wanted like 5 million euros more, I wouldn't blame them too either, but I'm not going to act like that's terrible money. And it gets wages off the book and it will allow us to go and get other players. So I'm all for that personally. But again, let me know you guys' thoughts and if you agree or disagree with me. Final point we're going to go into is Timo Werner. In Kicker have reported that Tuchel doesn't want to lose Werner before the start of the campaign and is ready to block his departure. Now, I hear that and I want to bang my head against a wall personally. Like, I've been waiting for Timo Werner to leave. But I kind of get it from Tuchel's perspective because Tuchel still needs attacking options. And, like, there aren't any coming in right now. Sterling has come in, but he's come in as a direct replacement to Lukaku. Broja is looking to leave. Werner is looking to leave. Ziyech is looking to leave. So one of them is likely to leave anyway and Hakim Ziyech. The other two, that just means there's already one forward that needs to come in already. If Werner leaves, now 2 forwards need to come in, and we haven't even brought in 1 yet. So I understand from Tuchel's perspective that he might have to keep Timo Werner and that his hands are tied. Like, I think personally this is all the more reason for us to start pursuing forward options because there are options out there. Wilfried Zaha, I've already said, there's a year left on his contract and we should be all over that. Ronaldo is literally on his knees begging for any Champions League club to come in for him. And I know Tuchel said no, but sorry, look at that attack any time and tell me Ronaldo don't improve that. And because we need a goal scorer, so please, I really hope we reconsider that. Jonathan David's another potential option. Neto's unlikely, but I do like the player. Elise, unlikely, but I do like the player. Eden Hazard, again, like a bit over the age of 30. We're not really keen on him, but we're really devoid of choices. If we had Eden Hazard on loan for a year, I would 100% take it because he'd bring creativity to the squad. Depay as well. Barca are just handing him out to anybody, basically. Well, I'd bring Depay into the squad. There are options out there. And if we can get those options in, then we can get rid of Timo Werner. And I think we're all better off as a result of that. But yeah, that's the end of yet another Transfer Daily. If you guys haven't done so yet, again, hit the like button. Let's try and get to 500 likes. But let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button as well. And as always, peace and up the Chelsea.